the strong urge to say, and we're back again with another day in the life video, not the dream life edition. If you know, you know, the strong urge to say it, but we are getting there. And yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh my gosh, guys, I am packing up for my holiday. I'm going on a little vacation somewhat to Italy. I have mentioned it a few times. If you missed it, let me repeat myself. I used to live in Italy, Florence, and I love it there. I love visiting there. This time's gonna be a little different. I'm going there in Spezia. Am I saying that right? And Cinque Terre. All right, those are the places I am going. I'm not staying in Cinque Terre. I'm staying in La Spezia, which is close to Cinque Terre. I'll go into details a little bit later. But right now, I am packing. The gag of this whole thing is that I wanted to bring a carry-on. The goal was to bring a carry-on. The whole purpose of this was to bring a carry-on. I intentionally planned to do a carry-on, but I did not purchase a carry-on with my ticket. And just in case you don't know this, I found out the hard way, so I'm gonna explain it to you. When you book the ticket through Air France and you don't get the carry-on while you're buying the ticket, you cannot add it later. You can only add a check bag. You live and you learn, you're welcome. There's my little travel tip, travel hack. No, it's definitely not a hack, but it's some information that you should use. Oh, gym, that's the word, gym. Your travel gym. So right now I am packing for, I don't know, the 5th time. Because how would I go from, I'm going to bring a carry-on to a full-size luggage and overpacking it? How? I would never know. Regardless, I was struggling, okay? I was struggling and still on the mends. I'm not for sure if I mentioned this in my previous vlog, but I bit my tongue some days before that, and it was painful to the point it was hard to speak, couldn't really speak, hard to eat and drink. In general, it was just hard to live. Honestly, if I gnawed any more on my tongue, I could have put a whole piercing, like a little jewel. I could have done it. Not a flex, just putting emphasis of how frustrating, painful, and all of the in between it was for me. So doing all of that and stressing over packing was well, you see me, I'm trying to make it work. I always use packing cubes. I've been using packing cubes, what, 10, 12 years before it was super popular, and I'm glad it's popular. I am so glad. Packing cubes have changed my life. I don't like the Ziploc ones. The Ziploc ones do hold a lot, but they get heavy. They just get heavy. I just find these pockets are better. They have breathing space with the mesh on top. I personally like that, and I don't have to worry about the whole vacuum situation. This is just my preference. Ooh, I do like these. That's really cute. I got mine from Amazon. Shout out to Forever 21. You're a real one back in the day. Can't believe it's been almost a year since they shut down. Or has it been a year? I think it's been a year. I'm getting sidetracked. Regardless, we were talking about packing cubes. Okay. So outside of packing cubes, I think about 20 of them, just because I traveled a lot and I just accumulated so many. So on top of packing cubes, I also have little pouches just to keep my stuff organized. I find putting things in separate containers than putting it in one big container, it just helps me in the long run. Here I am packing my travel bag. I'm telling you, get yourself a luggage scale. Game changer. I don't know how people go to the airport just hoping and praying and wishing. I'm like, nope, that's stress. I cannot, will not. So get yourself a luggage scale. This is me packing my travel bag. We talked about this before, guys. It's the Vera Bradley XL in the color black. The next morning I left about 4:30. No, I woke up around 4:30, 4:45. I left the house a little after 5. My plane was at 7:15, and I'm so glad I left early just because the TSA lines and security, it was just so long. It was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. So Uber was my friend in the end. Yeah, my plane was delayed, and I don't know if I was in the bathroom and made that announcement, but they really didn't make that announcement until we were delayed. But it all worked out. Landed in Italy, all safe and sound. God is good. That's all that matters, getting there safely. And now it's time to pack some snacks and head to the train station. Through Florence, I went to La Spezia via train. I believe it was about 2 hours. It wasn't too long. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoy. I like train rides. This is so pretty to look at. Who doesn't like to look at this view? I'm a sucker for a good view and a nice ride. So after early mornings and traveling through this way, traveling through that way, I landed in La Spezia. unpacked, and tried to relax as much as possible before a long day ahead of me. You guys, I went to Cinque Terre.